Alright, so welcome to another tutorial. I've been away for a couple of weeks and I'm back finally. And in this tutorial, we're going to look at Netflix layout, and I'm also going to talk about some of the subclassing of some of the functions that we can do in SwiftUI. And without wasting any time, let's just hit next and get right into it. Hit create. For this tutorial, I'm going to avoid using the canvas because I'm having problem with my Xcode. So we'll be directly seeing the app on the simulator. To begin with, we have something called Netflix demo app, and the window group says content view. And this is our content view. All the code will be written inside the content view. I'm just going to run it and show you guys what is being done. So that's the hello world. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is move this away to home. And I'm going to create this here. So what I'm trying to achieve is, if you just see Netflix, it has these scrollable things, scrollable cards, and we are going to try and achieve that in this app. So going back to the app, I have created a struct home. This will be our basic view, and we're going to type body with some view, and we're gonna have a scroll view inside. Right, so one thing I'm going to do is remove this content part, and inside the scroll view I'm going to add something called cards view. Cool. So what you need to understand is, this is the app, and in the window group we have content view, and this is the content view. Inside the content view we have home. Inside home we have cards view. So this right here is the main home screen. This will be used for properties on the home screen. So we have properties on the home screen, main home screen, and then basically things that we want to show in home screen. At this point it's cards view. Cool. So let's create this cards view now. This is the same exact syntax that I have used here. Only thing is, this is going to be a small part of home. So we can include another view, let's say mobile view or something as we go along. But for this tutorial, I'm going to stick with only cards view. Here I'm going to install a VStack. Again, in SwiftUI, it's not compulsory to use everything that is given to you. So I'm going to remove everything else which I don't require. Let's run this. So you can see I have new written right here, which is good. And this will be the title of the cards array that we want to display, and this is the title of the first cards array that we want to display. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a scroll view, which will be horizontal scroll view, so that we can swipe across the cards list. So scroll view. And now I'm gonna add an edge stack. Okay, so to show this horizontal stack, I kind of need an array of data. So I'm gonna create that right away. Okay, so I'm gonna create a struct type called identifiable, and I'm gonna give var id of the type int. And I'm gonna create a list called var list, and here I'm basically going to define type id 0, and basically what you're going to do is rinse and repeat. So this is the list of cards, and we have 6 cards. At the moment. And the second thing is that basically if you want to add, say, names, you can do that as well. All you need to do is add a name tag and say, so I hope this makes sense. You can add, let's say this was an ebook app, you can have a bookshelf with details about every single company. So that's how you use struct type identifiable. Anyway, so we're not going to utilize this, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. It's not required in today's demo. So now I'm going to use for each, which is kind of like the for loop. For each item in the list, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a v stack, once again I need alignment, I need spacing, so alignment would be leading, spacing would be 8, and I'm gonna add a shape this time. So if you didn't know this already, we can add shapes in SwiftUI. I can add a bunch of shape like circles, rounded rectangles and stuff. So in this case, I'm gonna add rectangles with a frame width. What should be the width? Let's keep it 100 and height as 200. Alignment is not required. Cool. So looks fine to me. Let's run it. Okay, so we do have something built up, and it kind of looks like the Netflix thing as well. So what I'm going to do is add a bunch of these. And because it's in a scroll view, you'll be able to scroll through stuff. I'm just going to show you what it means. So you can be creative and build a lot of things from this tutorial, because it's not just limited to the Netflix app. There's just so much that you can do with this, isn't it? Anyway, so we got that sorted out. Now let's just work on the look and appeal of this app, and that starts right from the text here. So first thing I'm going to do is make it a little bit bolder, and I'm going to add a background color to the home page. So this is going to be background. Let's see if that works. No. Okay, so I'm happy with the bold color right here, but I'm not very happy the way this background color has come out, because as you can see, some of the parts are not colored and they're left out. So to fix that, what we're going to do is we're going to use a property called dot edge. Dot edge is ignoring safe area. Dot all. And that has fixed our problem. But it has introduced a new problem here. In this case, I can see that the title new is going out of bounds. And to fix that, what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Yeah. And we're going to add a padding. Dot top 20. Right, so that hasn't fixed my problem, has it? So I'm just gonna add some more padding. And that's good enough. So another thing I would like to do is to change the color of the text to white, and that could be done by foreground color dot white. And let's make the background gray to black, and similarly let's apply a foreground color here. Dot foreground color dot red, and yep, let's check it out. Cool. So that looks a way lot like the Netflix app, isn't it? We could just reduce the width maybe to 95 and the height to 170, and yep. So I'm pretty happy with the way it has turned out, and hope you guys learned something new. And please do consider subscribing to the channel for more awesome content. And that's it. Have a nice day.